Welcome to Empathizing with Edwin. I'm Edwin Rutsch, Director of the Center for Building a Culture of Empathy. And in these series of videos, I'm trying to demonstrate different empathic listening processes. And I've invited different empathic listening professionals and from different fields to come and listen to me around my issue of writer's block. So today I'm here with Anne Weiser Cornell, who will be doing the listening, and thanks for joining me. And perhaps you could just introduce yourself and we'll get started with the process.
Well, delighted to be here, Edwin. Always a pleasure to connect. And I am Anne Weiser Cornell. I've been doing listening 45 years since I had the pleasure of learning a kind of listening, kind of active listening from Eugene Gendlin. And that kind of listening goes along with a method called focusing that Gendlin teaches. And I find that it's really remarkable, really life-changing, life-saving. Happy to be demonstrating it here today. My website, since I have the floor right now, is focusingresources.com. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, so, I am. Yes, what do I do?
However you would like to start.
Okay.
You've got an issue, you've got a starting place, maybe just...
Yeah, I have a starting place is my writer's block, and it's just something I've been dealing with for quite a while. I've written, a couple of books, and it was pure torture and agony, and I think I'm still in trauma from that.
Yeah.
So I'm not enjoying writing. It's like I even look at what I'm writing and I'm thinking, this is horrible. So I'm like just really struggling with writing and enjoying it, and and then I was also inspired, you had talked about that you'd had writing blocks as well, and you have a couple of videos that you'd written, put out there about your writing blocks. So that was also an inspiration for actually doing this whole series here. I thought, let's dig in and actually show people how to listen, how to do empathic listening, how it's done.
And what's interesting is that this is me empathically listening to you, and also I'd like to be facilitating you in listening empathically within yourself to whatever that is in you that is blocking the writing. And I just want to say that it sounds like it's torture now, has been torture. Really hard, and that it sounds like part of what's hard about it is a kind of critical voice, even as you're writing, like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah,
and that you would love it to feel good. You would like writing to feel
enjoyable. I like to be able to express myself freely, and for it to flow, and for it to be a pleasurable experience. And instead, it's like I write, I feel tense, and then even when I'm writing, I start looking at it, and it's like it doesn't seem to really capture. I mean, it doesn't seem to really. It doesn't have that joy in it or something. It's like it's just
so two things there. One is the tense that you feel while you're writing. And the other is that there's this judgmental, feel bad, this is bad kind of thing that's going on while you're writing.
Yeah. It's that judgment, feeling that judgment. And it's like the quality of it doesn't feel... it's like it feels like constricted. It's like it's... I can see it feels constricted, and it's like, this is just all constricted. And
so what you're writing also has this constricted quality. It's like, I would say it this way, see if this is right. It could be other than that.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
a gap here
Mm-hmm.
between what you somehow know would be possible
Mm-hmm.
and how it's coming out in a
Yeah.
constricted way. Yeah.
And then even seeing the constricted quality of it, I feel more constriction coming in then too. Then I feel more constricted, and it's like, ugh, pushing. Oh no, I don't want to push in this. And
it sort of builds on itself. It
mm-hmm.
becomes,
yeah,
like
exactly.
now I have to push more.
And then I kind of withdraw, like I don't really want to do this because it's just kind of a struggle.
And that makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the possibility that you might listen inwardly to something in you that's finding writing hard or that's constricting, getting tense when you write.
Yeah, there's that sense of I'm going to just close my eyes and feel in. But there's that feeling of that tension, and I just did a presentation where I gave a talk, but I used imagery. I used a lot of visuals, of imagery, and I enjoy the imagery. It's like the imagery is like has that opening quality to it. So it's kind of that feeling that I want, is that visual, multi-dimensional quality. So I'm feeling that kind of juxtaposition within is there's something that's that constricted feeling of the writing, and then there's also something more like this that I was doing with this presentation, these visuals and kind of entertaining and visually rich.
Yeah, that was a place where it felt enjoyable, entertaining. So maybe your body's giving you a feel for that now. How it felt when it felt more visually rich and entertaining.
Yeah. And it's like it's just, I feel like a sinking feeling, just there's a feeling, like a sinking.
Right there, you've got a feeling, and the words for it are a sinking feeling. Your hands go there. Let's see if it's okay to stay with that a while.
Just sense that there's a movement. There's sort of a sinking feeling with like a movement. There's a feeling of movement and sort of constriction, a little opening, constriction, opening, and but also just sinking deeper. It feels I'm sensing something alive in it. This life is just sinking.
It's as if there's something alive there, and it's life. It's thinking. Like it's in distress. Is that right?
Distress. It's there's like kind of no bottom in distress, kind of falling kind of into to like that would be distress, kind of a fear and anxiety.
So it's feeling fear. It's feeling anxious. Is that right? And you might want to say to it, well, no wonder it would be afraid if it feels like it's falling. No wonder.
Yeah, no wonder you're afraid if you feel like you're falling. Yeah, it's no wonder you feel afraid if you're falling into an abyss. You're feeling into a bottomless abyss.
Good. So it's like showing you that that's how things feel to it right now. That's how this part of you feels, this whole writing thing to be. It feels it to be like falling into an abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Give it our empathy for that.
Mm-hmm. So you're really feeling you're falling into abyss. I'm hearing that you really feel you're falling into a bottomless abyss, and there's just nothing to stand on, nothing to. That's right. It is. It's like, yes. There's nothing to stand on. It's just falling. There's nothing to hold on to.
Oh, wow. It's really showing you that from its point of view, there's nothing to stand on and nothing to hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
Let it know you hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It sounds so tough for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it wants to say, oh, yeah, you are hearing me. You are. Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Okay, good. It knows you're there.
Mm-hmm.
It knows you're hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Wow. It's like there's I see that you're finding more space by being heard.
Ah.
Are you feeling more space by being heard? It's a sort of a feeling, it's a sense of there's also, are you feeling something beautiful within yourself too? There's something.
You're starting to sense that it might be feeling something beautiful within.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's some. It's sensing it's not falling. Are you sensing that it's sensing it's not falling, but it's sensing it's not, it doesn't know where to go.
Okay.
It's like,
so that's how it is right now. Something has changed.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not falling, but I have no idea of where to go.
Okay.
It's like I'm not falling. I'm here. I'm present. But I have no idea of where to go.
Okay. So this is how it is now, and just let it know you're here. It's no longer falling. It says, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
And it seems to think it ought to know where to go or what to do next.
Yeah. There should be some, it feels like there should be some motion, there should be some direction. It's like there should be, it's kind of like this big something should happen.
Wow.
And it's like, like should happen. And wanting something to happen.
We could say that there's another part of you that has the should.
Mm-hmm.
Something should happen. And you could maybe say hello to that part as well.
Hello should.
Yeah.
Something that should happen.
Something says or thinks that something should happen, and we say hello to that.
Mm-hmm. So
now it's like both are here.
Mm.
This one that was falling and now it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And another something that says something should happen.
Mm-hmm.
Both are here, and we're just making a space for all that.
Okay, feel that something should happen. And it feels like it has roots that go up, and it's in this part of my body. It's in this part of the body, and it has roots that are going, like these roots that are kind of reaching around.
Yes.
So it, so
it feels like it has roots.
It feels like it has
reaching around.
That are reaching around
Yeah.
in the head.
In the head.
Into the head. And into the, up.
Hmm.
Hmm. Something about feeling separated too. Feeling it's like feeling all awkward of it says I feel separated. I'm feeling separated from the other part. Or it feels separated. Something.
There's something in it that sounds like something unpleasant or uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Undesirable. In feeling separated from the other part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel I'm sensing another kind of a sense of confusion. There's a sense of confusion of how to about the dialogue. It's like there's a sense of wanting these parts to dialogue with each other and confused about the perspective taking of the parts dialoguing with each other. So I'm feeling like,
so if I might
lost,
put something in here, I usually don't see it very helpful for parts to dialogue with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And but rather for you to dialogue with each one.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're both here,
Mm-hmm.
and you are going to be able to say to each one of them, I'm here to listen. I'd like to get to know you better.
Okay. Then
just see who wants to be first.
I'm feeling some ease, some clarity around how to relate to kind of the space here. So that, it was very helpful for a sense of clarity. So I'm here to dialogue with the roots, this feeling of roots. I'm here to dialogue with the feeling that was falling and has stopped falling and is looking for a direction to go. So I'm here to dialogue with you, and I hear that space saying, yeah, I'm very happy that you're here, happy that you're here to dialogue with me. And the other part is sort of saying, kind of get lost. I'm not really ready to dialogue.
Right. Sounds like it. That would not be the first one then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be with the one that welcomes.
Yeah.
Your contact.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, I'm here. I'm ready to dialogue. I want to dialogue. I enjoy the dialogue. I'm
Mm.
so glad you're here to dialogue. I just feel the warmth of the dialogue.
Mm.
I feel grounded in this dialogue.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not falling. I feel like I'm growing. I feel like I can breathe deeply. And I really don't like being in the same body with the guy over there that doesn't want a dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let it know you really hear that it doesn't like the other guy.
Yeah, I hear you really don't like being in the same space here with this
Mm.
other guy, this
Yeah.
other, that you're just
Mm-hmm.
really not wanting to be in this space that with this
Mm-hmm.
person, this being, this quality that doesn't want a dialogue.
And then you might just say to it that, like you would say, quote, and I am here to dialogue with you.
Mm-hmm.
I am here with you now.
I am here with you now to be with you. And it's saying, I know you're here, and that's what I like. That's what I enjoy. That's what I need.
So let's see if it would like to tell you more about the writer's block situation and its role in that.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that? It's like, I'm looking, I want kind of wholeness, a feeling of wholeness.
Oh.
It's like I want to complete a wholeness.
Okay, it really lets you know. It wants you to experience wholeness.
Mm-hmm. I think it wants to.
It wants to experience wholeness. I see. Uh-huh. And was this the part of you that
was falling and
that was falling?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's the falling has stopped. It's like it's there. It's feeling present. It doesn't know where to go, and it wants to feel wholeness. And it doesn't like being in the same space with this part that doesn't want to relate or dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The other part?
Yes.
It just said, I need safety. It just kind of out of the blue said, I need safety.
So it is letting you know
Mm-hmm.
that it needs safety.
Yeah.
And that other part is the one that has the should, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it introduced itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I would just suggest that one thing that we can be pretty sure about parts that have shoulds is that they're worried.
Yeah.
This part is worried and it needs safety. And you could maybe say that back to it.
Mm. This part that with the roots, it needs safety. But the other part that has that spaciousness and wants the dialogue is saying you should dialogue. It has the should. And it's the part that wants safety is saying, I don't want the should there.
Right. And that's the trouble with having them try to talk to each other, is they're so reactive to each other. So, because this is their surface position. It's not what they're going to be like after you listen to them. So that's why this is about you listening to each one of them kind of separately first. Yeah.
So I'm hearing that you really want safety. You just want safety, and it's like, I want safety. I don't want any shoulds. I don't need any shoulds. and I just want to feel safe. So
And this is the one that was falling.
No, this is the root.
Oh, and it says it doesn't need any shoulds, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, don't send any shoulds my way.
Wow.
Yeah, no shoulds. It's like pretty damn.
It wants no should.
No shoulds.
Huh.
Like, I'm not going to have any shoulds put on me.
Oh.
If something comes, it's not going to be because somebody put a should on me.
So there's something about shoulds that it really doesn't want.
Yeah. It's like so adamant about not wanting shoulds. It's like,
Might you invite it to let you know what it is about that it really doesn't want?
What is it about shoulds that you don't want? Seems not like the questions. Are you feeling constricted by the questions I'm asking you? Yes, absolutely.
How wonderful that it's letting you know more about what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I want you to hear me and not try to direct me.
It's really letting you know what it wants from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that it wants you to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Hear me and don't give me any shoulds. That's all I'm really hearing. It's like, just hear you and don't bring any shoulds. Just are you just wanting me to be present with you and stay with you? And it's yes, that's what I'm wanting. Just be present with me and let me unfold. Let me just unfold at my own pace.
Yes.
And, I'm thinking, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take for this?
So there's another part of you now.
Yeah. There's another part. It's
that comes in to say, but how long is it going to take?
Yeah.
Because you are the big self that we call self in presence. Patient, allowing, compassionate. And the way we get to that is by acknowledging anything in us that isn't that. So something in you is worried.
Yeah.
How long this will take. And maybe you can say hello to that.
Hello to the worried questioner of how long this will take. I hear you. I hear you're wondering how long this will all take. And are you feeling
something it's worried will happen if it takes too long?
Yeah. Are you feeling impatient? And feeling really impatient.
There's actually a way you could not ask questions if you want to know how to do it.
Yeah.
You just repeat what I said. It's not a question. It's a sentence. And there's something it's worried will happen if it takes too long.
And there's something it's worried will happen if it takes too long. There's something it's worried about if it takes too long. Yeah, there's a function, being functional, being active, being productive, being active, being relevant, in relevant, functional in the world.
That's what it's showing you, is this functional, relevant, active in the world.
Yeah. And I don't feel like I'm being active, functional, and relevant in the world. And I really want to be relevant, functional, and active in the world.
Yeah, we're getting in touch with a real wanting now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say it again and see if it feels right. You are really wanting. You could say I. I'm saying you.
Okay.
I'm really wanting
I'm
to be.
really wanting to be relevant and functional and active in the world.
Yes, and let that feeling come. The feeling of wanting. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sensing that feeling of wanting to be relevant in the world, wanting motion and action and creativity and life to happen.
Mm.
So I'm wanting is for the kind of the doors of something's wanting the doors of creativity, kind of little sparks to open up, and for those sparks to fully be enlivened, like fully, yeah, it's like fully explode.
Yeah.
It's like wanting them to fully explode with their own life and their own energy, and that's what I'm really wanting is that creativity and that life and and
you're feeling how much that's what you're really wanting. That the doors would open, the sparks of creativity would fly free. There'd be an explosion of creativity.
Yeah.
It would feel so good and so
right. It's so much fun.
And it's so much
enlivening. It's like so it's like can't even find the words. It's like there's something, it's like even more than.
And if all writing could feel like this, that would be the most desired state.
And engage, like total engagement.
Engagement is part of it too.
It's not feeling like part of me that there's something outside of it. It's like, because I sense something in me is always holding itself back from that, and I'm sensing it's like, oh, I don't want to go along with that. I kind of want to, I need to hold back. You don't know where you're going. You don't know. It's like fun. Yeah, I see you're having fun, but got to hold back a little bit because you got to keep that safety. You got to keep that overview. You got to, but so there is that something that's like just kind of holding back.
So there's something holding back. Yeah. And maybe you could have this mostly enjoyable feeling, and from there just turn toward the part that's holding back and say, wow, I'd love to get to know you better.
I'd like to get to know you better. It's like it has a story to remind me about. It's like once I was going to this field, this place where there was a gate, and I was so frustrated that there was a gate there. I had something in my hand that I threw down, and I didn't even know that I had done it. It's like I was so engaged in whatever my frustration was that I did an action that I didn't know I did the action. It was like an early memory, and there's something about that memory of just being totally frustrated, totally involved, totally kind of in the moment or something, and not being aware of what I was doing. And it's and that memory is coming up. There's
That
something.
memory is here now.
It's there. It's
okay. Let's let it be here.
yeah.
And it's something about you went up. You were in a field, and you went up to a gate, and the gate was closed.
Yeah.
And this being immersed or taken over completely by a feeling of frustration.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know that you let something drop.
Yeah, I kind of threw it down. I wasn't even aware that I did it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just, and there's something there. It's
there's something right there. Something there.
It's something I was totally immersed in my frustration and doing something that I didn't know that I did. You know, it's like there's something in there about if just letting go, being in that beautiful feeling of being in the moment and being totally immersed, that I'll do something that I don't know that I'm doing.
Something about being so immersed in the moment. And not wanting to be so immersed that you lose track of what you're holding, of your own actions.
Yeah.
That's the worry, that when you're immersed again, it would happen again.
Doing something that I don't know that I'm doing. Yeah.
So that part of you is really not wanting for you to be doing something that you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let it know you hear. That's what it's not.
And the way to do that is to constrict. It's like the way to keep that is to bodily constrict.
It's showing you that the way to keep kind of from disappearing into the feeling is to constrict.
To constrict. That's it. Yeah. That's that constriction.
Yeah. So no wonder it's been constricting. Because as far as it knows, that's the way to keep you from losing track of what you're doing. I didn't know you hear that too.
I hear that the feeling of constriction is a way of not losing awareness of where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's another voice, like a tentative voice, saying, there's an alternative.
Okay. Somebody in there has got a sense of an alternative.
And it's like an empathy voice saying there is a way of listening, doing. It's like the empathy, being empathic, of listening to. Not there's it's feeling confused, but it's also feeling that, saying there's an empathic way. There's an empathic way. And it also feels, it's also feeling some confusion, like a kind of a back and forth. There is another way, feeling a little confused. There is another way, an empathic way to resolve what's happening.
So part of that is still confused, unknown. But the part that you do sense is there is another way, an empathic way.
There is an empathic way instead of confusion, not instead of confusion, instead of constriction. Instead of constriction is a way of being safe.
So what's being offered is there's an empathic way instead of constriction. There's an empathic way to be safe. Yes.
There's an empathic way of being safe. I mean, yeah. And it's like I just feel feel
something
Like of
happens.
tears, like an edge of tears of the melting. It's like the melting of the confusion. There's like a melting of the confusion.
Yes. And then there's like a melting. You can feel that right now, melting of the confusion. And we're just staying with that a while. Just being right here.
It's a way of listening to all the voices. It's just listening to all the voices. It's like, it's listening to the deepest voices, like all the voices, like to the deepest core of the
this
voices.
is the empathic way. Is listening to all the voices, listening to the deepest voices, all the way to the core. Taking that in.
Yeah.
Deep breath comes. Wonderful. That's it. Just take time with that.
And it's like saying, yes, taking time with it. That's what it takes. Don't be rushed. Just that's what I need, is just taking time with it. Just take time.
Yeah. There's a feeling of rightness to taking time.
Yeah.
Good. Let's just do that.
I'm just being here with you. There's a feeling of celebration, just a little wave, a little tingle of celebration, like this, having had this insight that what was wanting to be, that sense of wanting to be, that it was a direction to go. It's like, oh, this is a direction to go. This is a way to go. It's like, yay, this is a direction to go.
Something in you is quite excited
to
be for having a direction
to go. Yeah. It's a direction to go. But there's that deep going, taking empathy to the core. There's something about that's a direction to go. That's a direction to go.
Yeah.
To go as well. That's a direction to go.
So there's several senses of a direction to go.
Yeah.
There's a forward. There's several forwards. So we're just celebrating.
That's it. Yeah, it was a celebration.
Yeah.
It was like open. That was a little explosion. A little explosion of a
little fireworks are going off now.
Yeah. There's a direction to go.
So those are the words that really fit and have that excitement in them. There's a direction to go.
But that feeling of constriction, that constriction is saying, you're not done with me yet. I'm still here. It's like,
yeah,
I'm still here. It's like, I see what's going on, but I'm still here.
Right. So let's take some time turning toward it now and saying to it, yes, I know you're there.
Yeah, I see you. I know you're there and that you're still there. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't forgotten you.
Haven't forgotten you.
Not going to try to push you out.
Not pushing you out.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I know you're there. And it's like, yep. It's saying, yep. You know, I'm here. That's right. That's what I want.
This is the one you've been listening to. When it said that it felt the need to constrict so that this bad thing would not happen.
Yeah. The
dropping of the object, forgetting through immersion. And that's something it's still finding very, very important. So acknowledge that. Yeah,
I know you're there. You're saying that because of that dropped object, that you feel that the constriction is to keep safe.
Really important, yeah.
And that's really important to keep that sense of safety. And it's saying, I am not going to let go until I know that the direction is safe.
It has a lot of dedication. To not letting go until the direction is safe. Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be really safe before I let go. You know, it's like, I'm going to be here. And
that's how important safety is
to
this part. Yes.
It's feels very determined.
Oh, you're sensing how determined it is. Yeah. Wonderful.
But it's also it's saying it seems like you're on the right direction. It seems like I like what you're doing, but
it's a promising direction. It's not sure yet.
Yeah, it's like I need more proof. You know, I need some kind of more proof.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you're needing more proof, and you're going to take a wait and see attitude, and not let it go.
It's not like saying that's a terrible direction. It's a promise.
Yeah, it's promising. It's like, that's promising. That's promising.
Okay. Okay, so we're moving perhaps toward a comfortable stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Just taking a little time to feel how it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the field of the dynamics of the voices and the directions. And I feel your voice, Anne, and your direction, which has been very supportive. So feeling gratitude for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you complete this process with a thank you to your body, thank you to my voice. It's great to just bring with you these fresh senses and the sense that you're still including everything in you. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Great.
It's ending.
My pleasure. Yeah, seemed like a great session. Thank you for letting me be here with you for it. I feel like in this session, you were able to find what writing would feel like if it felt wonderful, you know, this burst of creativity going past the doorway. Your body's giving you that knowing, and that comes with a sense of wanting.
Yeah.
And that has a forwardness to it. And now I feel like, well, so now you know that even more deeply than before. And what I hope is that that's almost like your touchstone. Does writing feel like that today? What does writing need today so it feels like that?
Yeah.
And that's
moving forward into that space. Like, oh, here's the space to move forward in. I have a visceral feeling of what that space is, and I'm moving forward into space.
And it's process. So it is a moving forward. It's not going to be some kind of stuck, stiff, now I'm in this place and I'm not going to move. This movement of process of forward, and then we'll see what I predict will happen. So
yeah, well, thank you for this follow-up.